This is Lester McGarth coming back at you with more infallible truths and more information to keep you updated on what's really going on behind the scenes. Today's topic is going to be one of utmost importance, so listen up. Today we're going to talk about the end of the world. Now I know you all have been looking forward to it, and here it comes. We've only got a few more years left until the year 2012, and that's when it all goes down. Today I'm here to tell you all about the apocalypse. That's right, the end of the world. It's on its way and we have to be ready. So here we go. You see, back in the before times, the ancient Mayans predicted that the year 2012 would bring about the end of mankind. You see, they have this calendar and it absolutely, positively, without a shadow of a doubt, tells us that the end of the world is coming. The end of mankind as we know it. It is written in stone by the Mayans, who were some of the greatest astronomers of their time. You see, this calendar was completely infallible and totally up to date. It has predicted every single major world event up until this point without flaw. It is absolutely the most reliable source for predicting the future. In the year 2012, it is written in stone, absolutely without any shadow of a doubt, that it will be the end of the world as we know it. The apocalypse, the end of days. It's coming and there's nothing we can do about it. But I'm here to tell you how to make the best of a bad situation and prepare for the coming apocalypse. So get ready. Now I'm here to show you my apocalypse survival kit. Right here, exclusively on Seeking the Truth. Everything you need to survive through the end of the world is right here. I'll read them off one by one so you can know exactly what to take with you and what to look for when it all goes down. So let me start off. I'm going to go over each item from least important to most important, starting with this. Your basic standard issue machete. Pretty good for chopping up zombies, werewolves, and vampires. Now for enemies such as that, it's all well and good. However, this isn't going to do anything against a Wendigo, a Bandersnatch, or a Frankenstein. No way! You're only going to get yourself hurt. That's why you need one of these. Now, these are perfect for smashing Frankenstein skulls. These are perfect for bashing apart a Wendigo. And even if you came face to face with a Bandersnatch, I'm fully confident that you can handle yourself with one of these and walk away the victor. All you have to do is have a good swing and a good arm. You got a good reach with one of these with a lot of power behind it, no problem whatsoever. It's very important that you always keep one of these on your person at all times, unless you want to become food for a Frankenstein, a Bandersnatch, or a Wendigo, which I can tell you right now, none of those options are pleasant, and you want to stay far away from that possibility. Now the next item on my list here is going to be one of these. A trusty, well-maintained butcher knife. This, also good for fighting zombies. This can also be handy against laser rats, zombats, and any other kind of ats you might come across in the wasteland. If you got an at, this is going to take care of it. Now a very common misconception about self-defense is that you're going to need a gun if you want to stay safe after the apocalypse hits us. You might be tempted to go out and get yourself one of these. But honestly, when you look at this thing, it's big, it's clunky, it's heavy, you're going to run out of ammo. What good is it going to do you? Not much. Really, I wouldn't take it with me. I'd say this is bullcrap. What you're going to need for sure, one of these. 10 times more effective than a gun and 1,000 times as deadly. A good old samurai sword. Anyone who's intelligent knows that a samurai sword does up to 1,000 times more damage per square inch than a bullet. Now this comes into effect if you have to go up against an opponent such as a cyborg or a mega mutant. Those are your biggest threat. Now you see, unlike a big clunky gun, these are lightweight and you can move quickly and you can attack your enemy at great speeds. You can't do that with a gun. You're just going to get tired. You're just going to get sick of carrying it. You're just going to run out of ammo. Always have a good sword with you. And even if your opponent is armed, it's very simple to use the blade of the sword to block the bullets away from your body. It's a very impressive skill. I've seen it done, and it could save your life. The next item on this list is even more important than the sword. Let me show you. One of these bad boys. It's a brush, it's a comb, whatever you want to use it for. All I can tell you is this. When you're out there all alone, the last thing that you want is a nest of razor lice up here. You want to get rid of those as soon as possible, or you're gonna have a bad time. Now let me tell you something. This is one of the most coveted items in the wasteland. There are going to be people looking for these all over. And if you think that you might run into raiders or looters, I would carry more than a few because it's probably going to get stolen once or twice. Now it takes a certain amount of bravery and cunning to make it out there in the post-apocalyptic wasteland. One of the most frightening things that you might run into are zombie ghosts. Now whether it's one of them or 100 of them, they always pose a threat. And the first thing you want to do when you realize you've been spotted by zombie ghosts is get those things away from you. Now I recommend one of these. It's a large cast iron bell, perfect for scaring the zombie ghosts away. It interrupts their stellar frequencies and causes them to dissipate. All you have to do is give it a good ring. Do that and the zombie ghost should immediately burst into flame and dissipate off into the atmosphere. And then you're safe again. Another cornerstone of flawless survival in the apocalypse is definitely gonna be one of these. You absolutely cannot go wrong with a VHS copy of The Empire Strikes Back. Not only is this absolutely chock full of cracked survival techniques, it is also the original version which was created before it was digitally altered in the late 90s. You see, this version wasn't encoded with Illuminati propaganda, so it has absolutely zero chance of infecting you with mind control devices. This is the best choice right here. Don't forget it. Now I cannot stress this enough. This is one of the most important items in my kit. A syringe full of all-purpose antidote. I mix this antidote myself. It has the most potent ingredients to ensure perfect health and speedy recovery from all sorts of injuries and illnesses. I'm going to pass on the secrets to you right now so that you can mix your own all-purpose antidote to keep you healthy. See, the first ingredient that you're going to need is ranch dressing. Now, the second ingredient is your own urine. Trust me, it comes from you, it's sterile, and your body knows how to handle it. The third ingredient is going to have to be the tears of orphans. Now I can't exactly explain to you in this video why it's so important. It's going to have to wait for another day. But trust me, it's the cornerstone of this operation and the secret to keeping you healthy in the radioactive wastelands. Now when the US government is no longer around to monitor its vast clouds of nanites, who do you think they're going to come after? They're coming after you and me, and you don't want to breathe that in. The only way to defend yourself is with one of these. It's a very basic bite pump, but if you take the end of it and use it like the needle on a syringe, you can hold your breath indefinitely and defend yourself from the nanite onslaught. All you have to do is insert it into one of your veins or arteries, into your bloodstream, and start pumping as you hold your breath. If you follow this method, then you'll be able to hold your breath for a completely indefinite amount of time. Now, I myself have never actually tried this method of survival, but I have absolutely no reason to believe that it wouldn't work. Now, while we're on the subject of maintaining healthy breathing under stressful situations, I'll introduce my next item. These are plastic bags. Now let's say you're on the run from some raiders, or maybe you're being chased by Power Wasps. The first thing that you're going to want to do is dive into a large body of water. But how are you going to stay under there without any oxygen? This is where the bag comes in. First thing you're going to do, catch all the oxygen you can in the bag. Make sure you get a whole lot. Now, put the bag over your head, tie it real tight. If you have enough oxygen in the bag, you should be able to stay beneath the surface of the water for an indefinite amount of time, thus rendering you safe once you exit the body of water and your attackers have given up. Now, another thing that you're going to need the plastic bag for is to store your urine to make the all-purpose antidote. Because if you don't have all-purpose antidote, there is a chance that you may become a vampire if you're infected with vampirism. Now, what happens if you get infected with vampirism and you don't have any urine? Then you're in trouble. Well, I prepared for that scenario too, and that's why I brought this. This is a 6-foot RGB cable. Now you see, these cables are really thick, and the best thing that you can use these for, if you happen to become a vampire, is to quell your lust, to tease, because when your fangs start coming in, they don't stop. And all you're going to want to do is chew on something. And this is perfect. You can get a good grip with your fangs, chew on it all day, it's not going to break. Now, what happens if you catch vampirism and you have nothing to scratch when your claws start coming in? I prepared for that scenario too. That's why I have one of these. Now you see, you just take this, put it on your shoulder like so. You can walk around all day, clawing as much as you want. This is the best and most comfortable way to become a vampire. This is what I like to call being a vampire with style. You're comfortable, you're happy, people might be afraid of you, but at least you're not afraid of yourself. Now the next thing that you're going to need, these are very important now, is a pair of these big, thick rubber gloves. I cannot stress this enough. These are very important for protecting yourself and those around you. Just put this one on here, put that one on there, and you're ready to go. Any colorectal challenge that might come your way in the post-apocalyptic wasteland will be easy picking for you, because you've got the protection, you've got what it takes to be elbow deep in the worst of the worst. You got nothing to worry about. Just remember, your gloves are your friends. Now another question which I'm sure you all must be asking yourself by now is, how do I protect myself from mental enslavement via the radio waves that are being beamed into my mind via the aliens and the Enclave radio? What's the best course of action to take in that scenario, you might ask? I've got it right here. Just get yourself one of these. It's not hard. All you need is a whole lot of tin foil. Goes over the head like so, and just make sure that you tune it into the right frequency right here, and after that, never ever take it off. It's your strongest defense and the greatest weapon in your arsenal. Bathe with it, sleep with it, make love with it. It never comes off. As long as you do that, you'll be safe and ready like me, Lester McGarn. This has been another exciting episode of Seeking the Truth. I hope that I've given you all a chance to fend for yourselves out there in the post-apocalyptic wasteland. I'm signing out until next time. Keep your minds and your eyes open.